Hello, I'm Lieutenant General Todd Semonite, 54th Chief of Engineers, and today I'm in Midtown Manhattan with Colonel Tom Asbery, the commander of the Great New York District. This is a very, very devastating time for the United States. This COVID virus is not only affected us here in New York City, it's across the entire nation, and we're involved right now in 50 states and in eight territories. Tom, the concept was it's too complicated to be able to build out enough hospitals in time to be able to take care of the bed shortage. So we in Washington developed a standard design. What are the rules? How do we find and build a COVID facility, a non-COVID facility, and how could we then put that into either a hotel, a dormitory, or a large open space like here at the convention center? The power of the design is that once we can pass that down to you, you can site adapt it, you have the authority, the contract mechanism, and working hand in hand with our partners. We work for FEMA, we work with HHS, we're working with the rest of DOD, the city and the state to be able to be one team on the ground to be able to site adapt. Today we're standing in front of the Javits Center, a convention center that you have site adapted. Tell our core team a little bit about what is the Javits Center going to look like when you're done with it, what kind of capacities and what kind of patients. And I'm going to hold it myself and stay 6 feet away.
Hey, sir, thank you. Yeah, so we're standing here in front of the Javits Center, and this is our priority site that was given to, the governor provided it to FEMA, and it was passed down to us in a mission assignment task order. This facility is going to be an alternate care facility in order to treat patients that are non-COVID. What we need to do is relieve the pressure on the existing hospitals that are treating both COVID and ICU patients. And so what we had to do was create a facility as quickly as possible to treat these non-COVID patients in an alternate care facility. The first step was, the other thing that was approved was these federal medical stations. That is an HHS mobile hospital equipment set. And so we were given about 160,000 square feet allocation to do a layout in order to site adapt that. So that was really our phase one in order to provide patient care for about 1,000 patients. The other thing that the state was able to do, because this is a tremendously large facility, there was about another 400,000 square feet of additional space that we were requested to say, hey, how can you optimize a layout in order to provide the total number of, or the greatest number of patient areas? And we took the HNC model, the playbook that we were given, and we site adapted it. And one of the requests that we had from the state was, hey, we don't want a whole bunch of just beds all lined up in a row. We don't want that. How can we do this in such a way where there's partitions? In working with the Javits Center, they said, hey, we set up venues all the time, every year, about 175 annually. I have this, it's ready available. It's a 10 by 10 modular system. And so that's what we went with. We took that layout and then we just replicated it over time. And so right now we have about 2,900 patient areas that we can build out over the entire square footage of the facility that we were given.
But here's the power of the idea, Tom, and that is that instead of building something out of a parking lot, you're coming into a facility that already meets code, has electric, has IT, has fire, has everything you need to, and you're taking a temporary hospital. These ones have to be FEMA hospitals. We're also bringing the staff in from 2 Army field hospitals to augment, and then putting that capability inside the building. Tom, real quick, well, I was real impressed yesterday. I walked in there, we talked about the team. Here are FEMA reps, HHS reps, city, state, your team, everybody. Talk about the teamwork of everybody coming together to make this a fruition.
Talking about the industry. I'm talking about the Javits Center themselves. They have a team of professionals that understand how to do something and do something fast.
And this is not like most engineer tasks where we kind of figure out how much time we need and build it. This is where we say we have only a couple weeks. What are we allowed to do and come up with a good enough solution? So the New York District has done a phenomenal job of putting this on the ground. Javits Center's taken off, and I'm talking to all of our Corps employees. You got to figure out how can we help your local city, your local state to be able to site adapt a standard design into the challenge you have in your local region. So for the New York District, the Corps of Engineers, we're on the road again here in Manhattan, New York, dealing with a COVID virus.